It's the Morning Drive. My name's Tim Elliott, talking gold there with Jeff Rhodes. Jeff will be back on Friday. Let's see how he does with his... They're not predictions, they're thoughts, really, more than anything. He's not offering any advice. It's just where things may go. YouTube, on Twitch, on mirabusiness.fm, our website, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. That's where you can find Mira Business FM right now. info@mira.fm is the number, the email, I should say. And then if you want to get in touch via WhatsApp, very simple, whatsapp.mira.fm. You can find us. Let us know. Drop us a subscribe wherever you do find us. We always appreciate that. And get in touch. For the next half an hour or so, we're going to be talking about the impact of major infrastructure projects on real estate, in particular Etihad Rail. What does that mean if you own or are thinking of owning, or what does it mean on where you live here in Dubai or here in the UAE? Plus, we'll also talk about the impact of golden visas as well. But we'll start with Etihad Rail. Now, Sherzod Azimkulov is an investment expert. He's based here in Dubai. He has a YouTube channel. Lots and lots of information there. Some really useful information as well at Sherzod_Dubai1. He looks exclusively at the market here in Dubai and the UAE. And he is with me. Sherzod, nice to see you.
Hello, thank you very much for having me.
It's very welcome. I'm very pleased you're here. Let's start with a little bit about you, your background, where you are from, how long you've been in the UAE, all of the interesting stuff.
Okay, great. Good question. I'm in Dubai 18 years, quite long.
Mm-hmm.
And I have family here with my wife, my two children.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working in real estate 10 years and working in big companies. And now what I'm doing, I'm helping for investors to secure really good opportunities in UAE markets.
Where did you start? You've been here 18 years, so you were 8 years doing something else. What was it that you did before you jumped into real estate?
Correct. I used to work actually in the airport in DXB, the sales and different departments and electronics, luxury. And the last one was I used to manage the shops, Hugo Boss shops, whole airport. That was the last one.
That was another time, I guess. So you thought, what gave you the impetus? What made you jump into real estate? Was it just, okay, I can see this opportunity? What led you?
That real estate actually it's quite really interesting, a field where I saw myself. It was just, I was sitting on a break with one of the sister of manager. And it was just, having some chat. And I said, I'm interested in real estate. And she says, oh, my brother works in real estate. He's a manager. I said, wow, that's very good. May I speak to him? Mm-hmm. She gave me the number. We spoke with him. He invited me to the office. I came. And I started like this, it's like how can I say? It's like a hobby. Mm-hmm. Then it was really interesting and fun for me. I saw so many things was going on in the airport. You never think that Dubai might be so much huge and so many opportunities. That was really attracting me.
Well, it's become the, Dubai's dominant industry for sure. The thing that I always think is, there are many so-called investment real estate experts. What impressed me about your site was the depth of knowledge, because one of the things I always think is there is no way really of keeping up with the pace of development here in Dubai. I mean, really, there's been freehold real estate here for really only just over 20 years, not much longer than you've been here, the very early 2000s. And it is, I can't keep up with the developments now. How do you do it?
Look, the real estate, if you want to know everything, you have to take a knowledge, read, learn. It's non-stop because so many projects, so many things upcoming to Dubai.
It is non-stop.
It is. However, if you know which one to choose, you never make a mistake. There are so many opportunities, but you should know what exactly should go. You can go to the shop and see millions of phones, but most of the time you're going for the iPhone.
Yeah, it's a good point, I suppose. At a very simple level, that's probably what it is. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I want to talk specifically about a couple of topics with you today, and I guess we'll probably spend most of our time talking about Etihad Rail because we are expecting passenger services next year, 2026. The freight side of Etihad Rail has been working in, not full capacity, but since I think around 2016 was the original launch, so some time. But it is going to change things. There's no doubt about that. A high-speed network, rail network. Put aside the romance of railways, the just being on a train, which is an exciting thing. But that high-speed network between Abu Dhabi and Dubai, for example, here in the UAE, just to start with, is going to change things, isn't it? It's going to be a different mentality, I think, a different approach.
Actually, Dubai is so much advanced, and we were missing a train for sure.
Yeah.
We have so many things. We have metro, we have cars, we will have the air taxis, the Dubai Loop with Elon Musk. So many things, but this one, it's something really we must have it because it's not just Dubai; it's whole UAE.
Yeah.
And it's not only UAE; it goes to Middle East actually, Oman to Saudi,
Yeah.
and anything. You're in Dubai, sipping a coffee and saying, "I want to go to Oman." Or I want to go to Saudi, that is insane.
It is actually, it's funny you say that because it is a huge change, and that is possibly something you could do on a whim. You could think, I'll just go on the train to Muscat, for example.
Exactly.
It's a distinct possibility. Okay, so the project will span the UAE, it will go into Oman, it will go into Saudi Arabia. So that's kind of the interconnectedness at the moment. Tell me more about it, because I want to get to a point where we look at if you live near a train station, a stop on the line, how that might impact the prices. But where are the stations that you think are particularly important?
There are actually, it's planned in 11 cities in Abu Dhabi, in Dubai, Sharjah, Fujairah. Those are first 4 cities that will be connected. Then later on, other Emirates. One of the stations in Dubai should be in Jumeirah Gulf State, close to Jumeirah Gulf State.
Yep.
Another one in the plan. I read so many articles in next to Al Jaddaf. That is also one of the stations.
Yep.
But confirmed is Jumeirah Gulf State. Then in Abu Dhabi, Saadiyat Island, Rim Island, and so on. There are so many places where actually that goes to the stations. So I think 2026 we'll know exactly, the confirmed 100% station. But you never know. It's developing. Maybe we need a train station somewhere else.
Well, this is the thing, and it's the interconnectedness of the whole thing, isn't it? With Dubai Metro, with distant taxi stops or bus stations, etc. But if a station is near a development that you live in, maybe you rent there, maybe you own, whatever it is, what might that mean for the price? Not just the sales price of a villa or an apartment, but also rental.
Let's take just a little bit like a history. If you go to history, in let's say in London and Elizabeth Cross Road, that the highest what I saw the price was 150% had increased the price there. In Paris, in Hong Kong, in India, the 25 to 50%. Here in Dubai, in UAE, we're expecting 15-20%. That is really doable, which is actually a good point for any investor. Even yourself, even if you're an investor, you want to rent it or sell it, it's actually a very good point. As you know, that old places, Deira, Dubai, it wasn't attractive before. It was attractive, but when the Dubai start to develop, you saw you have so many, but you can go. But when they opened the metro, even the metro, actually people start to come back to that place. It was more interesting. Even Discovery Gardens, Al Furjan, actually, it's one of the good example is a metro. So now it's Khadri that is go the same path, and that's actually a plus for real estate for Dubai itself.
That's quite an interesting point, because other places come up, and people tend to move away from, Dubai, and they move to, I don't know, the marina or somewhere. And there's a feeling that, perhaps these are just newer, they're shinier, they're more attractive, whatever it is. But when transport links gradually appear, infrastructure is built, it's not that the marina or any other place is particularly more attractive. It just makes life easier. And that's the point, isn't it? And there is a premium to be paid of, 10% or 15% you're estimating for that.
That's just 15-20% is for sure. It will increase in the price. And you think yourself, if you're an investor or it was just you newly joined Dubai, you don't have a car.
Yeah.
You need apartment and you need transportation.
You do. That's absolutely right.
How's good if you're in, let's say, Dubai South, the lower price, you're renting apartment, you have a metro, and you have a Etihad Railways. You jump on it, and you're any place in Dubai. You save time, save money, and everyone is happy.
One of the things that Dubai does well, Sherzod, I always think, is its infrastructure and amenities around developments, whether that is the fact that there is a school or a small shopping centre or a cycle track or, I don't know, a paddle court or, whatever it is around. And I guess that developments with amenities, with almost a community, I suppose. Like, there are lots of communities that have been built. I guess that means there will be an additional premium if you also have a railway station nearby as well. Does that add?
It's for sure. I'm just putting myself in that shoe. I'm saying my wife wants to travel, let's say, to Oman or Saudi, and we live nearby. I drop her, she goes there, she comes back, she gives me a call, and I'm picking up her. Or just she takes a bus, and 10 minutes she's at home. How beautiful it is.
Yeah. You're smiling a little bit too much at the fact that your wife is leaving you and going to Oman or Saudi, but I'll take that as a given. That's fine. One of the things about public transport as well that I think we kind of forget, we live in very much a car city. Dubai is a car city. The roads are great. It's hard for the roads to catch up with the people that are moving here, but that's a different thing. It's being dealt with. But public transport, I think, promotes maybe a healthier lifestyle, a more sustainable lifestyle. It offers opportunities in the local area as well. And that's another thing, I think, that is important to home buyers. It makes, purchasing a property more attractive.
It is. Actually, let's say there are so many new developments in town now, mostly what we are short as in UAE, in Dubai, it's a wellness, more wellness facilities, more wellness properties will be developed, which is in 2029, 2028, it's coming. And if you have amenities, which is actually insane, you can't find everywhere in the world. You go, you have a shop nearby, you have a kids play area, you have paddle tennis, which is very popular now. Many developments actually having a paddle tennis. If you can't play that tennis, then paddle tennis actually is a good one. So there's amenities for sure. If you're a family person, you have kids, you need to entertain them for sure. And you should have all these amenities. If ever, that's actually beautiful. You're in your community, you don't need to drive somewhere. You just your kids are happy, you're going, jumping, playing, and you're taking rest.
It is a really good point, I think. Let me talk about a couple of things. If public transportation infrastructure leads to consistent demand as connections are better, you can get to work easier. You can get to Oman or Saudi Arabia, wherever it is you want to go, easier. You can get to a shop easier. That means, doesn't it, a higher return on investment, certainly potentially. It means higher rental yields. It means increased prices as well. So what that points towards for me is the maturity of this market. This market is very much, 10 years ago it was a new market, it was a little bit the Wild West, we all know that, but now you're really seeing maturity in the market. People are moving here, and people are moving here to live rather than work a contract for a company now. I think that's a big change.
It is. It is actually. If you notice, in Dubai we have now 86,000 millionaires.
Okay.
Can you imagine 86,000? That is actually insane. And how many uh, centimillionaires? How many billionaires? And that is actually attracting a lot. It's not like a stopover like before. You come, you buy, and you say no. Now really family. All the family people are coming to Dubai. They want to stay here.
Mm.
And if you notice, it's already we hit 4 million people in Dubai. 4 million.
Well, that's right. Abu Dhabi hit 4 million earlier in the year, before Dubai actually, as a whole, as the Emirate, and Dubai's now hit that as well. Um, but you're right. It is it's seen as a luxury centre. I think the issue is, of course, there probably aren't quite enough luxury villas at the moment, aren't they? They're in short supply.
Actually, you absolutely right. We're in short supply for luxury. Can you
Mm.
imagine 80 million plus?
Mm.
Short. That is insane.
And I
Can
guess,
you?
conversely to the rest of our conversation, the luxury villas, the impact of the railway, does that make any difference to a luxury villa? Are you looking to be a little bit more exclusive, a little bit away from transportation, if you're in that segment particularly?
Look, that is what can I say? It's just an additional. It will be just railway is just an additional.
Just a
For
bonus.
example,
Yeah.
For example, we have new development, the Oasis by MR. The Oasis, which is similar to Emirates Hills.
Okay. Yeah.
That and the railway station, railways are passing very close. So most probably you will use this. Who knows? You never know.
It's there if you need it. I get you. But the simple fact is people are moving to Dubai to live now and to set up businesses and to bring their family and looking to the future. And one of the things that has, impacted that, I guess one of the great benefits of the real estate market has seen is the golden visa. You buy a property in Dubai of a certain value, you are offered a visa for, I think it's 5 or 10 years, depending on value. Is that correct?
Absolutely right. Actually, this is a really, really good news. We recently the Dubai Golden Visa has some updates, which is actually a really good one, interesting. If we start from what is Golden Visa, it gives opportunity for investors to live with a family, and if you buy a property for 2 million dirhams, then you're eligible to apply for 10 years Golden Visa. So it means you, your family, your dependents, you can sponsor them and stay in Dubai.
Yeah.
And that gives so many opportunities for investors, for families. So mostly people are coming to make a business. So many business license issued, and this is actually shows that Dubai is really attracting a lot of people with this 2 million dirhams. It gives you tax-free the business. Whatever you earn, you don't need to pay tax for income, no income tax, no capital gain tax, and save heaven for investors. That's what I can say.
So 2 million dirhams, let me just work that out. 3.68 is the exchange rate, isn't it? That's what, $600,000 around
I think it's
about?
550 something.
550,
Yeah, something like this. Yeah.
$600,000. So that's the level. The Golden Visa then allows you to sponsor family. I think you can also now sponsor friends on that as well.
No, not friends.
Or is that that's on the other residence,
No,
different residence?
It's different. It's different. It's a different one. It's a
Okay.
new one. I believe it just was announced a few weeks ago.
That
if
might
I'm
be
not-
that
if
might
I'm
be a
not
different thing.
mistaken,
Okay,
yeah.
so the Golden Visa will allow you to sponsor family, and that's immediate family, children, but also parents, and I think in some cases grandparents as well. So you can really see the benefits of that, and you can see why, I guess, people are coming here. So if you're looking at Dubai as a real estate investor, not just to move here with your family, it's a great incentive.
It is. It is actually. It's very rare to find actually in the world where you can find um, without any tax you are getting your income. no tax on it, and the ROI quite strong here in Dubai. It's like a 6 to 8% average. That is, you can't find anywhere. That is mostly people are when I'm talking to investors, they're really impressed when I'm saying you don't pay a tax. They don't believe that at the beginning, but when you start explaining everything, they said, "Oh, that's a really good one."
Well, that is interesting, actually. And at the moment, we're seeing property prices at record highs. Really, the market is extremely strong. Let's put it that way. There is some expectation of a leveling out, I think, in 2026, depending on who you talk to. But just let me ask you, as somebody that looks at the market and regularly commentates on the market, and you've worked in this for 10 years, how would you characterize, how would you describe the market, not just here in Dubai, but here in the UAE? Somebody said to you, so Sherzod, what's it like? What would your answer be?
Um, can you repeat?
Just your general thoughts on the market, the UAE real estate market. How would you describe it to somebody if they say they were looking in and looking to you for advice? How would you characterize it? How would you describe it to them?
Okay. What can I say is Dubai real estate actually it matured a lot and matured.
Yeah.
And whoever comes, my first question is what you want to do.
Okay.
You want to sell it? You want to rent it? You want to stay? It depends. You aim what you want to do.
Yeah.
If you want to buy and sell it, some particular price you have to go. If you want to just rent it, you have to go for this. If you come to the doctor, you give a question, right? Hey, what happened to you, or what do you feel? And the same thing here. You ask that what you want.
Yeah.
If he wants to for himself, okay, we have these options. And Dubai is actually doing really good. However, you should speak to an expert who can give you who can explain the pros and cons, what is good for what. And yeah.
There's no substitute for doing your research, is there? That's the truth. Sherzod Azimkulov is an investment expert. You can find him on YouTube, Sherzod_Dubai1. And what he does is looks exclusively at real estate. Lots and lots of information there. I really like talking to you, Sherzod. Thank you for coming in to join us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Really appreciate it. This is Mira Business FM.